Ai meu Deus, ai meu Deus. Ai meu Deus, ai meu Deus. Vai. Vai, cara, sai. Não, 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 não. Ai, eu tô aqui, né?
This lever must turn on the gas machine. The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Tá, tem que ativar tudo. Ativar isso aqui primeiro.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Por que não... Ah, esse aqui tá...
I've got to hide before the guards see me. Damn.
Ai, puta que pariu. Fudeu.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. sounds crazy.
Uhum.
He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want them. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
I saw the traces of a revocation ritual in Sarah Hawkins' office. Is it connected to this curse?
She tried to correct her mistake, yes. She tried everything. She told me. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor.
O
The Chandler.
andarilho.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me. No!
Sanders!
Tá preula.
What hell?
Ai, a perna dele.
I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Tô de boca aberta, hein?
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Mansão Hawkins acordou no sanatório instalado nos porões do Instituto Riversdale. Ele conheceu a Dra. Colden, uma amiga de Bradley, que o ajudou a escapar. Vaganeando pelos corredores desse lugar onde o Dr. Fuller reina supremo, Pierce conseguiu falar com um homem chamado Francis Sander antes de morrer bem diante do detetive. Ele acusou Sarah Hawkins de ser a causa de todos de seus tormentos. Pierce finalmente deixou o prédio maldito, acompanhando o Bradley e Colden. Os companheiros de infortúnio decidem se esconder na mansão Hawkins.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Vamos lá, temos 4 prontos. Ocultismo e história, eu não posso aprender, eu não posso melhorar. Vamos... 6. Beleza. Esse aqui tá 3, esse aqui tá 3, esse aqui tá 3, esse aqui tá 3. Investigação representa seus talentos investigativos, melhora essa habilidade, chances de entender acontecimentos do passado analisando uma cena do crime em um objeto. Visão. A visão representa sua capacidade de encontrar objetos escondidos. Isso aqui é bom, hein, cara. aumentar mais isso aqui. Vou querer ir pro nível 4.
Fine. Do what you want.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Eu não quero beber. Quero beber chá. Quero chá. Quero um chazinho. Quero um chazinho. Opa, senhora, tudo bom? Chazinho? Posso pegar um chazinho? Posso pegar um chazinho?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Sarah Hawkins é do ocultismo profissional. Falar com Golden. Vamos lá, falar com Golden.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense.
Oi!
A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Utilizei.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Possível Janice, você, doutora Coren.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Ai, foi. Não vou falar pra eles. Não vou falar pra eles. Se eu falar pra eles, eu vou achar que eu sou louco. Se eu não falar pra eles, eu vou estar cobertando. Eu, Matheus, vou falar pra eles.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Vamos ser cautelosos.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I
Porque
saw,
se a gente
let's not
falar,
jump to
o
conclusions.
doutor vai atrás da gente.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well.
Isso vai afetar o seu
I'll go to see
destino.
Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Fala com a viúva de Sander Hawkins. Eu queria aumentar pra caramba meu cultismo, cara. Mas o jogo não deixa. Vou ver alguma coisa lá em cima. Sair pro segundo andar? Gostei do relógio. Aqui não consigo sair. Vamos ver aqui. Quando sai lá em cima, sai pra baixo. Tá, Residência Sanders. Percy, Colden e Bradley decidiram se unir para resolver o caso Sarah Hawkins. Eles encontraram uma nova pista a seguir. Francis Sanders, um colecionador de arte e amigo da pintora, que morreu bem diante de Pierce. O detetive vai até a casa do sujeito para conversar com a viúva sobre o andarilho, que o infelizmente mencionou antes de morrer.